Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post-show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in Smackdown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're going in Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson. And available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you're always getting your Going In Raw notifications. Tommaso Ciampa, what's your title telling you?
You'll have to wait and find out.
We're also available.
Who said that? I can't see you over there.
We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers there. Today is October 31st. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Therefore, it is the last day. If you get your $20 pledge in today on the Patreon, you'll get the Friendo Care Package. It comes with a comic book featuring a story that could only be told in comic book form because it's so majestic.
It would cost $1 billion to make it into a motion picture.
Not cost effective.
No.
Some stickers with the OG logo, a postcard with the OG logo, and a top-notch Mecha Santa double-sided poster.
You have to make a decision.
So you have to make a decision as to who you want to put up on your fancy wall there.
There's only one correct answer.
It's only $20, one-time pledge at the patreon.com/Steven Larson. And we have reward tiers all the way down to $1. You can hardly see $1 if it's missing from your bank account each month. And it goes a long way towards helping Going In Raw and supporting us to make sure that we continue our long story tradition of podcast mediocrity.
To be the most mediocre sports entertainment podcast there is.
Exactly. We're also available at friendomarket.com. We've got a variety of, we've got some stuff there, but at the end of this month, of course, we're going to be doing a big Black Friday sale. So you might want to hold your horses. I know we have like some t-shirts there we'd love to sell, but we're also doing a big Black Friday sale. So was that my phone? No, it wasn't my phone.
I'll be honest. I mean, you're looking great.
Yeah.
Hat, shirt, wristbands.
Sure.
I'm kind of disappointed you didn't go all the way with the jorts.
Well, I can't see. I am actually very impressed that you actually did go all the way. Should we feature the entire outfit over here? Yeah, there you go.
Camel pants. Didn't have boots, so I got Jordans on. I got my only high tops.
It is very impressive. It is very impressive. I love. Look, man, you've been going to the gym every day for ages now.
Well, that's not true. I haven't gone in almost 2 weeks.
Virtually every. You've been making some huge gains. I'm glad you get to show
modest
off.
Gains.
You get to show off. You've been putting a lot of hard work in over the months, and I think it's great that you get to show it off. I hope this opens the door for you to more sleeveless experiences.
No.
I know we're heading into the winter months, but I think you deserve to.
It feels weird.
If
because
nothing
else, I got a farmer tan going, something awful. B, I don't know if it shows on camera. I got hairy shoulders.
You said that your new gym has a tanning booth.
Yeah.
Let's go orange. You know, Tommaso Ciampa gets in that tanning booth.
No, I'm not interested.
Let's
I'm
go
not interested
orange.
in tanning booth.
I'm going orange, man.
Totally
Absolutely.
not going to do that.
Anyways, so yeah, lots of fun. Yeah, I'm getting rid of my title too. This is so heavy.
It's a lot to hold on to. I'll put my belt right here in my lap, and if I need to say anything to it, I can later on. It's conveniently placed.
I've got 16 more of those. Anyways,
true.
Anyways,
a lot to talk about today.
Tomorrow, by the way, I'm gonna have a little slideshow with all the friendos that have been sending us costumes
Great
that
idea.
they've been sporting over the past couple of days, because we've got a bunch of them since I put out the call.
Alex C says you should have come as Jack D. Daddy.
Well, next year, see, here's the thing. You keep on making these gains. You're not quite at Jack Daddy levels are.
Who is?
To be fair.
Who is?
Not a lot of people are. But maybe next
year.
But
that takes a whole different thing going on up here. I need hair here, no hair here.
Yeah.
So.
And talk about orange.
Yeah, very orange.
Jack D. Daddy is totally orange.
I know. I was trying to go to the gym this morning so I can get a little more vascularity, but I didn't have a chance to. I had to watch SmackDown instead.
Well, that's why you got to bring in next year, if you're going to go sleeveless, bring resistance bands and just do it over there.
I should have. I know. I have resistance bands.
Oh, there you go. Anyways, before we get into, in a nutshell, let's just talk about SmackDown real quick.
All right. That was a fun show.
I thought it was
It kicked off great.
That match between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Now, obviously, this was to give Daniel Bryan an out from Crown Jewel. I do appreciate that they got a little meta with it. Shane McMahon comes out and says, I know a lot of people say right here, right now, but how often do we get to see that?
I know.
So we're going to do it right here, right now. Kicked off the show was legit a 30-minute match.
Yeah, the whole segment from beginning of the show till the end of the match, about 37 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I got too. They gave it tons of time, the whole fourth of the show. And it ended with a reveal for, apparently their backup plan. Samoa Joe's going to be taking on AJ Styles at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some Crown Jewel news here in a second before we kick the official recap off. But what the great thing about Daniel Bryan saying no to Crown Jewel beyond like the, ethics issues involved is that we got a match that I feel was probably better than what we've got. Would have gotten at Crown Jewel. Would have been buried during the middle of the show. Wouldn't have been 30 minutes. They really gave this a lot of time. I think much more, probably double the amount of time.
Let them tell a heck of a story.
Yeah, and you mentioned this off camera. You felt that it really did feel like it was sort of just the tip of the iceberg of what we could see between them.
But I feel that way basically about any match AJ's involved in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's fair. But I said the same thing after his first match against Nakamura, his first match against Kevin Owens. And those didn't necessarily pan out how I hoped.
Yeah.
In terms of upping the ante every time.
Some people are pointing out that some references to New Friendo Road hit today. And this Friday, Cal Jack is going to be taking that YouTube Wrestling with Regret Championship off Levi Shapiro in Daly City at APW. And he's bringing it home to Going in Raw. I don't know. Why would you ever have a problem with that?
Well, I mean, let's hope Adam Mayhem would do it.
Well, he can't. He said he can't. He's booked. He's booked that day in Pittsburgh.
You can always postpone a show.
So you would ask APW. We don't even know.
No, I wouldn't ask them. I'd just say, let's do the match the next show.
Yeah. Like, we don't know them. We can't say, I don't even know what they look like if I saw them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I mean, I like Cal a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I really
He's
like
great.
Cal a lot.
He was in NXT.
Yeah.
He was on Breaking Ground.
Yeah, I like Cal a lot.
Why would you have any hesitation?
Like, here.
You have problems.
In an alternate universe.
You have problems.
I'd be 100% on board. But this is the universe we live in. This is our continuity, and Adam Mayhem is my guy. He's our guy.
He's your guy.
He's our guy.
Here's the thing. I have room in my life for many guys. Let's talk about Crown Jewel. No, let's get some super chats out of the way before we have to talk about weird Crown Jewel news. There's a couple of weird tidbits about Crown Jewel.
It's one step forward and like 10 steps back.
It's getting weirder and weirder.
The Crow, that parade was real. Go Red Sox. You a Red Sox fan?
No.
Just Patriots, right?
In terms of like
New England, Boston area teams.
Yeah, no, it's just the Pats.
Although if you're going to be in character, you got to say Go Sox.
Well, I'm also going to, I'm in character enough to say go Pats because Cena's a Patriot guy.
Well, I'm sure he's a Red Sox guy too.
I like the Celtics are fine.
Area.
I like when Garnett was on the Celtics.
Yeah, I like when Paul Pierce was on the Celtics. M Squared. Happy Halloween, friendos. Same to you, M Squared.
Happy Halloween. You're going trick-or-treating tonight, aren't you? Well, your kids are going trick-or-treating, right? Yeah, that's good. In your new area? Probably, right? You going to go back to where you were before?
No. That's a long drive.
I'm just going to my dad's street.
Yeah.
That place is great. Sock Monkey Mike. Hey, friendo. Love the podcast as usual. Hope a friendo will see you at WrestleMania. I don't think we're going to... We had a thought of maybe doing Mania week without actually going to Mania.
Mania without Mania.
Yeah. So we'll see how that all pans out. Dean Thomas. Larson with the gun show. Emilio Hernandez says, did you see? Yeah. Dr. Wagner Jr. beat Jeff Jarrett for his hair and then hit him with a piece of guitar. I didn't see that part. I did see Jeff Jarrett bleeding from the head.
Yeah, man.
And he looked miserable without that hair.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if it was just really they did a really rough job with the clippers for the hair.
Yeah,
Hence
yeah.
the blood, or was it from the match?
Yeah, I don't know.
You never can tell. So let's get to this crown jewel news. I guess we must. As I said, it seems like one step forward and then almost an infinite steps back. Late yesterday, Pro Wrestling Sheet reported that Renee Young, quote, has been given the green light to join the Raw announce team and is set to travel to Saudi Arabia for Friday's event. Sources tell us WWE began working to make this happen in September after the female announcer made history joining the Raw commentary desk. No official announcement yet from WWE about this, however, that I can tell.
I'm kind of over the whole crown. Like, I was kind of, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of underwhelmed by this. I mean, I guess within the context of, I don't know, I feel like this. Because of this whole horrible reporter thing, they have dug themselves so deep down in a hole that it's going to take a lot more than just
wait till we get to this next bit of news too, Steve.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot more than just, hey, we're letting a woman commentate for me to even give half a crap about, like, well, yeah, you still murdered a guy, so there's still that. you know. I mean, that's just I don't know. I'm sort of over talking about Crown Jewel. We're not going to cover it.
No,
we're not. We're going to cover the events of Crown Jewel within the context of how it affects our recaps. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Well, in terms of how it affects Raw and SmackDown following
Raw
the
and
show.
SmackDown and whatever. NXT.
But we're not doing predictions. We're not doing a review.
No predictions, no review, no live
recap,
stream.
no live stream.
We're going to do our own thing on Friday, 9 a.m. on our Itch Toy channel, itchtoy.tv/Steven Larson. If y'all know Piglet and you know what we're talking about, the gaming platform. YouTube has a problem people talking about that. So
the other place.
It's sort of a half joke that we don't say it on air, and it kind of half isn't a joke. We post the location on our community tab. You guys can figure it out. Just go sub to that channel over there because Friday morning,
major.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and the money that we get from it. That's why we're trying to raise awareness of it. The money that we're going to get from it, we're going to be given to a charity. We haven't figured out which one. Probably a cancer thing.
Oh, that I got. Someone emailed us with a good idea for one, so we can talk about that after the show.
Well, just toss it
was Reporters Without Borders.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but then there's also the Roman Reigns cancer thing. So who knows?
Maybe we can do both. 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50. We can do that because we're not taking any of that money.
No.
But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're not going to do it on YouTube simply because we're contractually obligated to game our stuff to do gaming stuff on Twitch.
Well, and also on YouTube. But also on YouTube, it's they take a cut. The super chats, whereas on Twitch, that's not necessarily the case depending on how you donate.
They take a cut on subs, but we're really going to be trying to get people just like. So we have a StreamLabs account. If people want to kick in money on the StreamLabs, as opposed to a super chat here, like we get 100% of it. And so we're going to be directing people to do that. We don't really do that like here because like during the show, like we have the little thing at the bottom of whatever, but it's like, we don't really care.
But yeah, Friday, we're going to go hard on the StreamLabs stuff because we want every cent that's sent our way to go to the charity or charities that we want them to go to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, that being said, I'm just sort of over talking about Crown Jewel, especially because this next, like I was underwhelmed by the Renee Young. It's like, I don't really care. But after that, we heard just this morning that Hulk Hogan might be there too.
Yeah, he's now included as one of the featured superstars on the Crown Jewel page at WWE.com. As I said, maybe one small step forward. Previous bit of news, this one, just walk it on back.
Yeah, I know.
Does WWE just think, we'll just get all the bad publicity out of the way in one show and move on?
Let me ask you something.
Or is this maybe they had to make some concessions considering no Cena, no Daniel Bryan?
Which scenario seems more likely?
Well, we know Hogan was requested for Greatest Rumble.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the request was made as well for this show.
Might have been a concession for Cena, no Bryan.
Yeah,
or at least no Cena.
The timing seems interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. And then there might be a little bit of what you first said. Well, we're already getting crapped on. This is already happening. We're already getting crapped on. The people who are taking what they feel. Because if you want to watch Crown Jewel, it's great. That's fine. I'm not judging anybody. But, you know, we feel icky. So maybe they think the people who don't feel icky watching aren't going to feel icky about Hulk Hogan being there.
I don't know.
You know, here's the thing. This is why I'm over talking about it. Because we have to think about all this shit. And I don't really, God, it's so, like, why are we in this situation?
I know.
You know?
I know.
God, you got your freaking TV money. Do you need all the money?
I guess that must be their attitude.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be how they're approaching their business.
Yeah. But anyways, I'd rather talk about fun stuff like SmackDown. Let's
do that instead.
Do that. Also, real quick, Justin Patterson now owns a shirt sticker package like a dog. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Let's talk about SmackDown. Because, man, like you said, not only was this a fun show, it featured at least one. You know what I realized about this about Raw because of this? We didn't get our standard, wow, what a great match on Raw.
I know.
This week. That was one thing that was kind of missing.
There was the Balor Lashley match was good.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't man.
It wasn't blow your socks off.
Usually every week we get one, man, wow, that was great. That's really bugging the crap out of you, isn't it?
Well,
You've been doing that a lot lately.
Ciampa really has his beard kind of flared out all along his jawline. So
oh, God, it's like steel wool.
I didn't comb it or brush it this morning. I should have done that.
And so, okay.
Looks like
it's
19th century president.
Like Millard Fillmore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chester A. Arthur right there.
Van Buren.
Van Buren. There you
Martin
go.
Van Buren.
Yeah, those things were really
I know.
out there. They were like Wolverine.
Yeah.
But this week on SmackDown, we got that. We got Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. So AJ Styles comes out, he cuts a promo. He says, I want to say something to Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan, get on out here, please. He said, please.
Yeah.
He's a Southern gentleman. And they were 60 miles away from AJ's
hometown, Gainesville, Georgia.
So Daniel Bryan comes out, and some niceties are exchanged, and Daniel Bryan says, I have infinite respect for you, AJ.
AJ says, I need to apologize, so I'm sorry. Daniel Bryan cuts him off. And he says, yeah, I have respect for you as a competitor, as a person. But when I look at you, all I see is a roadblock between me and that WWE title. So he's like, I respect you, AJ, but right now I have a mission in mind. You are impeding my mission. I must get through you to get what I want.
Yeah.
And then AJ says, you didn't let me finish. That Pele kick to the head last week, I did that on purpose.
I did it on
purpose.
Good, AJ. I did it on purpose. I kicked you in the head on purpose. And Daniel Bryan was like, really? Well, I am not a liar. I am a 100% honest man. And I'm not lying right now when I say I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
And
he almost said it kind of tenderly like that, too.
He did. There was a little
there's some tenderness.
Yeah.
What's going on with all that?
I don't know. Sorry about that. My sister. It was my sister. She said, thanks for taking the kids tumbling last night. I said, no problem. So anyways, I'm going to tell her I'm live streaming right now. Stop bugging me.
So they want to fight right now. AJ says, well, why wait till Crown Jewel?
Let's do it right now.
Let's fight right now. And so they take off their entrance gear.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan takes off his T-shirt.
Yeah.
AJ takes off his vest. They start circling each other. Out comes Shane McMahon. Here comes the money. He says, usually when we say things are going to happen right now, they don't happen right now. But in this case, they're going to happen right now. Ref, go down there. This match is happening right now.
Well, he said, we're going to get the Crown Jewel Championship match right here on SmackDown Live. So
I'm happy rather than just writing Daniel Bryan out of the match they just had on SmackDown.
I know, me too. And wasn't there a weird rumor? Somebody said that there was the possibility. This wasn't a rumor. It was more just somebody speculating, I think. He was either the Barstool Sports guy or somebody said there was a possibility they might have it at the pre-tape it at the Performance Center.
Then run it on the show.
That would be weird.
I don't know how they would set that up. Yeah, I don't even know how they would set that up.
I don't know.
It's like, hey, let's take this back to our roots. Like, let's instead of the person.
Bingo hall?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bingo hall, armory somewhere.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense. Regardless, match happened, and it was great. A lot of really good storytelling, a lot of really good body part work.
Yeah, the central story was sort of Daniel Bryan's leg being
was Daniel Bryan
up.
working AJ's arm, and then Daniel Bryan, getting his knee worked over following a suicide dive. Where he kayfabe tweaked his knee.
There were some spots here that really scared the crap out of me, like multiple. There was the one where Daniel Bryan basically got suplexed out of the ring from the apron onto the floor. That looked bad.
No, it was one where Daniel Bryan was going for the belly to back on the top rope, and AJ reversed it to like an elbow splash type thing where AJ's arm looked like it was right across here.
Yeah.
So it looked like it would have been hard for Daniel Bryan to tuck his chin.
That looked really awkward. What's the belt saying?
It says Daniel Bryan should protect his head a little bit better.
Yeah, he really should. Usually people are super gingerly with him, but I think I honestly believe he said, AJ, don't even think about my head. All right, let's
tear the house down.
Whatever you want to do to my head, you do to my head.
All right, Brian.
All right, Brian. He calls him.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right, Brian.
So I mentioned earlier, Daniel Bryan starts selling knee injury after hitting a suicide dive, and he has the upper hand for a while, delivering some yes kicks. AJ grabs the last one, counters it into a dragon screw leg whip, and from that point on, he concentrates about 90% of his offense on destroying Daniel Bryan's knee. We got a couple leg DDTs, some elbows, some sort of knee locks.
Towards the end, Daniel Bryan got in a bunch of those running drop kicks thing to the corner to AJ. But he was really selling the leg.
Yeah.
And that was maybe doing more damage to him than AJ Styles.
I know.
Because it wasn't long after that AJ Styles put him in the old calf crusher.
Well, here's a great sequence here where AJ is in the yes lock again for the second time. He kind of repositions himself, but Daniel Bryan kind of gets it into a triangle, and then AJ does the thing where he just picks someone up and Styles clashes him.
Yeah.
Which is always great.
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
But he wasn't just content to try to pin him after that. He applied the calf crusher directly.
That's right. Yeah, it was a clash right into the calf crusher.
And then Daniel Bryan had to tap.
Yeah.
Interesting finish that he tapped.
No, I liked it a lot because it was the kind of thing where if there had been a lot of head trauma, I could see the pass out thing, but this is the leg.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would he pass out if it's just his leg hurts a lot?
Because it hurts.
But that's not realistic, Oh. No, man. Nobody's going to pass out from your leg hurting.
Well, I think if you're in excessive amount
Haven't
of pain.
you seen Civil War movies where people are like having their legs amputated?
Yeah, if you go into shock, you pass out.
But they never do that in the Civil War movies.
Well, they should because that's more realistic.
Well, you know what, man? You're not in the Civil War, so you don't know.
Neither are you.
Well, I'm sure those people had consultants that knew more than you did.
Oh, I doubt they consulted anybody.
Maybe they were. So I don't know. To me, it just felt more realistic. Guy not passing out.
Oh, I know. It's fine because
like when Stone Cold passed out, he was like his head was like just his face was bloody as hell.
But that's not where the pain was coming from. It was from the legs and back.
Doesn't matter though. I'm looking at his head. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Look at him. He's bleeding. Like, this is the dramatic license. I'm not talking about the actual medical science behind it.
Oh, that's all I care about.
That's what you look like. You look like a doctor from the Nick.
I know. No, I like the doctor from Deadwood almost.
Oh,
would you like some laudanum, Steve?
Yeah, lots of it, please.
So Daniel Bryan taps. AJ retains. The first segment and the match took about 37 minutes. After the match, Daniel Bryan gets up. They shake hands, embrace, and then they're both laid out by Samoa Joe.
Yeah, he comes in. He's got that shirt tucked in. He's got some dad jeans on.
Man, he still looks scary, though.
He looks great. It was fantastic.
Joe puts AJ in the clutch. Daniel Bryan tries to make the save, but guess what? He gets the clutch, too.
Well, at that point, it makes sense to pass out then.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing with the
air
clutch.
is blocked out.
You're getting pretty much.
But if somebody's just gnawing on your leg.
Shock, man. It can happen.
You're not going to pass out from leg. Remember that guy, what was that, James Franco movie? Where that guy had to cut his own arm off?
Again, you're bringing up movies. Yeah. I've seen that.
That was based in real. Oh, you seen that movie?
Yeah, I have
was
seen
it any
the movie.
good? It was
all right.
That was a Danny Boyle movie.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm usually a big fan of Danny Boyle. I had no desire to see that movie.
It was all right.
Yeah. I think my sister just called me asshole because I said I'm podcasting right now. I just made fun of you for interrupting. She said, "Lol, I'll get back to selling insurance." She works in the financial sector, but I have no idea what she does. It's just like
financial sector.
It's like high level stuff.
Yeah.
And she has to like fire people sometimes.
That sounds very in depth.
Like responsible for like
complex.
millions of dollars.
That's a lot of money.
So I just say she sells insurance. So anyways.
Next, after that thrilling match, we had a Jeff Hardy promo.
Artists talk about illustrating things, and I am an artist in my own right. And at Crown Jewel, my artistry will illustrate my artist.
Best in the world artist.
Artisan. I want to be best in the world.
Artist.
Man, we still got to watch that Hardy.
I know. I want to see Itchweed perform.
I know.
After that, Miz had a promo and saying that he was already the best dad in the world, the best husband in the world, the best reality star in the world.
Like he had 4 like
like
studio
2K lights.
2K
I know.
lights just
I know.
killing him right there.
He said at a Crown Jewel, he'll win World Cup Tournament Best in the World, and he will show that he is best wrestler in the world.
He is best wrestler in the world.
Next, this is a good segment. Paige, Charlotte backstage. Paige says, I know you're hurting not just physically, emotionally too, but I want to offer this to you. You could be the captain of Team SmackDown for Survivor Series. And prior, Charlotte would be like, yeah.
I'm in like Flynn. I'm the winningest.
And she just said, I don't think I'm ready for this right now.
Good.
Crisis of confidence. We're getting
Crisis of confidence for Charlotte Flair.
We're getting it.
Yeah, man. I mean, they think that's going to get her pops. Like bummed out Charlotte. Don't really want to do that.
I don't really. Well, I'm hoping they're not approaching this about what short term is going to get a pop. I hope they're just interested in telling good stories over on SmackDown.
Yeah,
live
me
TV.
too, man.
And if that's where they're going with this, is some sort of thing where she has to
learn how to win again.
Yeah,
it's going to pay off at Survivor Series when her team's like immediately. That's just going to.
No, it shouldn't be. It should only pay. It should finally pay off ultimately at WrestleMania when she beats Ronda Rousey.
You're thinking too long term, man. They don't do that.
They should.
That story will culminate at Survivor Series where she wins
in 3 weeks
for her
2 weeks.
Exactly.
Oh goodness.
Yep.
Next, we got our annual Trick or Street fight, a Halloween-themed brawl.
This was amazing.
Oh yeah.
The New Day coming out as the
Brood
Brood. Number one, it reminded me of just how amazing the Brood's theme is.
Oh, it's so good.
How great their entrance was.
In my car, I have the CD of the Attitude Era theme songs, on which is the Brood theme.
Nice. I like that in your head. The CD is the one place where we have it, and we can't literally just call it up. I could play it for them right now.
I found it in a box when I was moving, and I was excited that I still had it, and it was a nice little memento from that particular era of wrestling. I thought I'd be a little more excited about it. It said you're crapping all over it.
But you said
thanks a lot.
But you said, oh shoot, what were we going to do with it here on the spot?
I was going to bring it in, and we could put it on the
and just show it.
Put the cover art.
We could do that still now. The podcast is super long. It takes 2 minutes to go down and get it. You can go get it right now.
I got all sorts of cool stuff in the car.
We'll just go do it.
I'm not going to do it now. You ruined my enthusiasm for the whole endeavor.
No, I'm sorry.
Way to go.
Well,
jerk.
Sorry, I'll give you some candy to make it better.
I don't need candy.
Trigger Street fight. Yeah, dude. So Xavier Woods was Edge. Kofi was Christian.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Big E was
Gangrel. So good.
Oh, that was so good. They go to the corner. Big E spits blood.
So good.
Oh, man. They had the blonde. They looked like assholes.
It was
amazing. Blonde wigs on.
Amazing.
It was great. It was so great. It made me miss the Brood. That's how good it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Big E was taking on Cesaro. He was joined by Sheamus, who was in some sort of...
I'm guessing, was he like one of the White Walkers from Game of
Thrones? No, they said who it was. It was some
from Irish?
something from Irish folklore, I believe.
A White Walker. Isn't Game of Thrones all Irish folklore?
I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
And then Big Show was there. He was just dressed as Big Show.
Yeah, Cesaro wasn't anything either.
No.
Like, come on, man. Dress up. Do something.
Well, I mean, dressing up is more of like a face thing to do.
Yeah, but if Sheamus is going to do it, then the others should do it
But I think
too.
he was doing it to look kind of like menacing. Not funny.
He didn't, though.
Oh, I agree. I'm just telling you. I think that was the intention anyway. There was a great spot where Cesaro sets up a bunch of pumpkins in the middle of the ring and then just drops Big E onto this huge pile of pumpkins.
That was great. I love when they sell stuff that obviously doesn't hurt.
Well, I don't know, man. Getting slammed on some pumpkins might hurt.
Depends on on like how ripe the pumpkin is.
Yeah.
Because if it's like, we had literally like...
If they're rotten, mushy pumpkins.
2 months ago, we got rid of the pumpkin that was sitting in front of our door because Bam is like a huge pumpkin. Like, you know, she loves the pumpkins. And so we had to keep it there, otherwise she'd throw a fit like she does about everything. Yeah, it was mushy and nasty. But then like the new ones that we just put out there from the pumpkin patch, maybe you're right. Maybe those would be tough to land on.
They could.
Especially the
looks
stem.
Like, the stem. If they cut the stem off, it wouldn't be quite as bad.
Absolutely.
Although stem gets pretty brittle after a while anyways. Yeah. Big E kicks out, and then Big E returns the favor, suplexing Cesaro into a bunch of pumpkins. Mm-hmm. In the end, though, we got some red mist from Big E, a big ending. Mm-hmm. He wins, more or less guaranteeing that Thebar will retain the tag titles at Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm. Seems like it'd be the case.
Next, Shane McMahon backstage with all the SmackDown Live TV competitors for the World Cup Tournament Best of the World.
Has there been any indication? Let's see. Well, Universal title, WWE title. AJ's not losing that thing. Has there been any indication there might be a title change?
Well, the Intercontinental title is not being defended, nor is the U.S. title.
That's not going to be there, yeah.
The Raw tag titles aren't on the line.
Mm-mm.
SmackDown ones are, but Thebar's going to retain, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just the Universal title.
Yeah.
That's it. The kind of the thing to glean from this segment was that Shane said that if a SmackDown star, or the SmackDown star who reaches the finals of World Cup, if that star loses, they will be cut, fired, no longer welcome on SmackDown Live. So when Rey Mysterio loses to Kurt Angle in the finals, that's their way of getting Rey Mysterio over to Raw.
Boy, that's a drag. I really like Rey Mysterio.
I do too.
SmackDown.
SmackDown's so loaded too.
You think he would do that to? Rey?
I don't know if they would, but I just feel like A, SmackDown's already loaded. B, they had Mysterio show up on SmackDown, re-debut on SmackDown 1000 to try to pop ratings.
That's actually a good point.
And so the end game, I kind of feel like, was for him to be on Raw anyways.
Oh, God, but Raw, so many people on Raw. It's funny because, like, I have this line of succession. It's like, I really don't want anybody to leave NXT because I really like NXT and I love everybody who's there right now. I'm okay if they go to SmackDown because SmackDown's been doing really, really good. Like, you look at Almas, that's a great example of a call-up.
Even though he hasn't been on TV forever.
That's true. But when he has been, he's been killing it.
Yeah.
But then I'm terrified for anybody to go to Raw in any capacity.
I know. I know.
Sucks. What's up? What's he telling you?
Doesn't want to go to Raw.
See? Tommaso Ciampa going to Raw. But he's got to go to Raw. I always say I have this like unnatural like optimism in my head. What's up? What did he say this time?
Stay in NXT for the rest of my career.
You really want to make like
the greatest sports entertainer of all time is going to be the one that elevates NXT to eclipse Raw and SmackDown on the shoulders of Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, I hope you're happy, making $20,000 a year.
Well, it's pretty cheap to live in Florida. There's no state income tax.
Let's see here.
Next. A U.S. title. Was this for the U.S. title? Yeah, it was for the U.S. title. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on R-Truth.
Because Ty Dillinger,
hurt his hand at a house show,
in the span of like 2 days, he was like contender for U.S. title because his hand had healed, his fake injury had healed, and then he got a real injury on Monday at a house show.
What kind of injury?
Real injury at a house show. And then he couldn't come. He's got that surgery.
Yeah, man.
What a drag.
Wonder what happened.
I don't know, man.
Wonder what happened.
Bummer.
It is a bummer. I like Ty a lot.
I mean,
in case it hasn't been established.
Talk about a guy who's never on TV.
I know.
I just feel bad for him.
Me too.
I feel like WWE's kind of passed him by at this point. Release.
No, I hope not. I hope not. Anyways, this is a fun match. R-Truth's been doing some great work.
All right, man. That dude is like super old, and he does amazing work.
He's funny. He's charismatic. You put him in any situation, he gives it all, and he makes it work.
And the crowd loves him.
Heck yeah.
Carmella looks like she's having fun, even though I do get this, and maybe I'm just projecting. I don't know.
Oh, I get the sense that she's in her head, and you mentioned this before we started, thinks, this is fun, but I was just champion a little bit ago.
Just champion. You couldn't kick me down to like mid-card women's division. I got to be
exclusively a mixed match challenge thing.
Like I can watch her and, to be honest with you, R-Truth do the dance break thing all day long.
Heck yeah,
like they got some great dance moves, and she looks like $1 million. That's fantastic, and she looks like $1 million. But man, there is that sort of on her face. You can kind of read this is a lot of fun, but I want to be doing something like important, or at least
consequential.
Consequential,
yeah.
Man,
no, I get that too. But they're great together.
They're kind of, yeah. Becky Charlotte, which is great. Becky's going into this thing with Ronda. After that, it'll probably be Becky Asuka. What else is going on in SmackDown's women's division right now?
Not much.
I kind of feel like they're paying them not a lot of service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like kick that up a notch.
Yeah.
Although I did see on the Mixed Match Challenge, AJ and Charlotte are walking around with these signs that says, "We want a women's tag division."
I saw that too.
That's great.
Yeah, that's going to
happen.
Why they didn't
soon.
announce that or have the finals for that at Evolution? Who knows? That would have made all the sense in the world.
Yeah,
it would have been actually a really. And granted, the battle royal was fun because battle royals are fun, but a way to get a lot of competitors on the show if they did some sort of tournament.
Yeah.
That didn't seem kind of uninspired.
Yeah.
Because Battle Royals are great, but if you want to get a lot of people on a show, that's like the easiest way to do it. It would have been a little more interesting if they had like a tag title tournament.
Shinsuke Nakamura won with a Kinshasa
to
the back of R-Truth's head.
Ow.
Yeah, that's rough. He got the pin, though. Next up, we had the man. I'm the man. No, not Hulk Hogan.
I wonder if they're going to sell those shirts.
Becky Lynch came out with a shirt that said, I'm the man, in just very basic font. She cuts a promo on Charlotte. She says, I beat Charlotte Flair, therefore I'm the man. She said Charlotte's the winningest person in WWE Women's Division history or something like that. And then she said, what's next? And some of the crowd piped up, we want Ronda. She said, oh, yeah, let's take on Ronda Rousey. She said, the baddest woman on the planet? What planet are you on? She said, I've traveled the world to beat people like you. I'm not here to cosplay or talk about reality shows. I do kind of feel it's kind of cool. Maybe, I don't know. So there's the thing that she's been dealing with a busted jaw.
Yeah.
Of some sort. I feel like she talks a little bit different because of it.
She does this a lot.
She does the tongue thing a lot. And it adds something really cool, So maybe it's fortuitous. Maybe she is talking that way and it's unrelated to the jaw. She's just doing it sort of a character thing.
Yeah.
It works.
Oh, heck yeah.
So well.
Yeah.
Her promos are fantastic.
Yeah, she's the best.
They're so good.
She is the man.
She is the man.
So we're going to get, She had a really good line. Now I forget what it was. She was calling out everybody on Raw and SmackDown, though, everybody in the women's division.
She said, I'm not just the best in the SmackDown women's division. I'm the best in the Raw women's division, too. And if I have to go over there and knock some heads to prove it, I'll do that as well.
Man, she's awesome.
She had a bunch of great lines. I can't remember
she's
them all.
great. Main event, for some reason, was Miz and Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. There wasn't a whole lot of heat in this match. I understand it's to build up Crown Jewel, but...
Yeah, well...
But this felt like a pretty formulaic tag match.
Yeah, but it was fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Look, I'm never going to... These days, I'm not going to complain about seeing a Rey Mysterio match in any respect. Him being him brings much... And Jeff Hardy continues to just... At the age of flipping 80,
defies nature.
He does. He's so great.
No, everybody's good. It's just
Randy seems like he's having a decent time.
It felt like it could have been. This is a match that probably should have kicked off the second hour.
Yeah,
that's it. Not main event show.
I mentioned this to you earlier. I sort of speculated that perhaps the championship match wasn't the main event, to make sure that had all the breathing room it could possibly have.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you book like a 30-minute match, I would imagine you want to make sure that you're not going to rush anything. And on top of that, if they're kicking things off with a championship match, it gives people the opportunity to tweet it out, to text their friends, word of mouth, tune into SmackDown. This is happening right now. It'll be interesting to see the ratings today, see if that actually happened.
Anyways, Jeff Hardy pins The Miz after a 619 from Rey and a Swanton from himself. And then Randy Orton gets the ring and just RKOs everybody. Just everybody.
Yeah, so he RKOs the faces, then Miz comes over and tries to shoulder lean him, and he gets an RKO.
Yep.
Whenever that would happen to me if I tried to shoulder lean.
Randy Orton?
Randy Orton.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like if it's in a proper setting, maybe not. If it's like in the bathroom... Probably. Or that little kid took a picture
of him while he's washing his hands.
Like, yeah, hey. And then RKO. Bang.
Well, that was a diamond cutter. Bang. Anyways, let's answer some questions. Josh Little, happy Halloween, Tommaso and John.
Thank you. What does your title say?
Thank you. LeVar Ball's neck. I'm here for the costume contest. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Joe Barbaro. Steve, can we get a Larson, get your Lady Jim out of my garage? Please say this, John Cena.
Larson, I noticed you have a Lady Jim currently residing in my garage next to my perfectly placed tool set. However, you have strewn weights all over the floor. Can you please remove the entire gym from my garage now?
No.
That is disappointing.
S8, change your code yet, Steve? If no, I may show up. Did you change your front door code?
Yeah, man. Everybody was getting in. It was 666.
Josh Little, whose realm is scarier, Bray's or Undertaker's? It's got to be Undertaker.
Undertaker, dude. He hangs out at freaking cemeteries, man.
Yeah, man.
That's scary shit right there.
Yeah. Hauntings and such.
I used to, I've talked extensively about where I grew up in England, that priory. There was a cemetery on the backside of it. And so it was always scary to ride my bike as a youngster from like the movie theater area near the cemetery. It's terrifying.
Yeah, sounds scary.
Yeah.
Lake Feldhouse. What's it going to take for WWE to break their agreement with Saudi Arabia? When will it be not enough money to look away after another incident?
Well, I mean, if this has done anything with Saudi Arabia, it might have shown them you can't be doing this. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know what the last major incident like this was with Saudi Arabia. Like from what I understand.
Well, there's kind of an ongoing thing in Yemen where they got this blockade that's killing a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's a major thing. Yeah. But it's also because you can't place one singular face to it. People, it's the weirdest thing. Like thousands of lives are being destroyed over there.
Yeah.
But then one journalist gets murdered, and everybody kicks up a shit fit. And I totally get how wrong that is. I totally get that. One life shouldn't matter more than thousands of lives just because they're not prominent figures. But
No, I understand. I mean, there's a face put on.
When there's a big PR disaster,
Yes.
There hasn't been like a singular PR disaster like this, from what I can understand in recent history, that would cause people to pause their business relations with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, just as an outsider who has a very casual understanding of this stuff, like a very casual understanding of it. So I don't know. Maybe this will teach them, hey, we can't be doing things that are going to bring so much negative PR to us.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know what they're going to do, if anything, about getting themselves out of this deal, but hopefully they will keep this situation in mind if they were ever in a situation to get into another deal with another country that has, human
you would
rights
think.
issues,
You would think.
Juan's Lucero, Adam Mayhem versus AJ Hazard. Is that Adam Pacitti?
I would think. Is that his career name?
Oh, maybe. For H title. I don't know. Hopefully Adam Mayhem's not booked. He's taking a lot of bookings. He's a successful champion.
I know, and that's good. You should be happy with that.
Imagine
He's out
how
doing
much
that.
He'd be double successful if he had 2 titles.
Yeah, well, no, man. We could be double successful with 2 champions who could be taking bookings on the same show, making double the money. 2 guys out there doing, Adam Mayhem can only do the work of one person.
I got a lot to think about. Wayne Maker.
This pound land dress up of yours is very disturbing. I'm going to need counseling. I cannot unsee that. What a big softy that Wayne Maker.
Oh, I knew.
What a lovable guy.
JD Meg 6118. Do you guys think if someone from SmackDown loses, they'll be drafted to Raw? I mean, that's what Shane said. If you lose in the finals, you're out of here. You're gone. The man of constant sorrow, Elias. John telling Vince he won't be going to Crown Jewel. Ring.
Hello?
Vince?
Yeah.
This is John.
Who?
Cena.
John Cena. My favorite guy of the Ruthless Aggression era going forward. Before that, it was Stone Cold.
All right.
You're a great superstar, John. How can I help you?
Thank you, Vince.
How's the middle of working out?
Okay. Based on current events, I don't think it's in my best interest or best interest of the company to make this trip to Saudi Arabia. So I will be canceling my appearance.
Wait, what? Do you know how much money you're costing me? The Saudis love you, John Cena.
Well, I'm sure you can make arrangements for someone to take my place.
Yeah. And his name is going to be Lashley.
Great choice.
Lashley.
Excellent choice.
Lashley.
Fantastic choice.
Lashley.
Bobby Lashley is a
Lashley.
exceptionally talented superstar.
Oh, I got Hogan too.
Oh dear. LeVar Ball's neck. I'm disappointed no one dressed up as La Parka. That's a pretty intense costume.
It is.
Seems like a lot of work to do. Plus, you got to be under the mask for the whole podcast.
Oh, what a yeah! I learned my lesson from last year when I was El Vagabundo.
Should have been El Hijo del El Hijo del Vagabundo.
El Hijo del Vagabundo.
Josh Little, what superstar would you love to interview, but you have to be dressed as them and act kayfabe like them during the interview?
Give me a break. The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Steve here from the Going In Raw podcast, and I'm standing here with Mark Calloway, a.k.a. The Undertaker. So tell me, what do you love the most about being in the WWE for 30 years?
The money. Alex Ramirez, happy Halloween. Waymaker says he's going to muscle bust you, Steve, upon entry to the United Kingdom.
Is that part of the customs? I got to go through.
You got to fill out your customs, and you get muscle busted.
And I got a muscle buster. Oh no!
Jonathan raises a good point here. Second best loses to number one. Raw gets numbers 1 and 2. Dumb Shane.
That is stupid.
It is a good point.
That is pretty dumb.
Good point. See if we got anything over on the Patreon.
El Patron.
KJ, who's more likely to have a worthwhile run in WWE? Ty Dillinger or Mojo Rawley?
Oh God.
I'm gonna say Mojo because
Yeah,
at least
me
he's
too.
shown some versatility.
Yeah. Like, would you ever believe Ty is a bad guy?
No, he seems way too likable.
Not sure I believe Mojo. Mojo's been on. Mojo's okay. Like, he's done good work.
He's decent on the mic.
On both sides of it.
That guy. Which two wrestlers would you combine to make the perfect wrestler? Example, Elias with his personality and Apollo Crews with his ring skills make Elias Crews.
Okay.
Kenny Okada.
Oh, wow. That's like...
all the ring skills, ton of personality, best psychology.
Best psychology. That's good.
Try to do better than that.
The Young Day. You get all the charisma and amazing ring gear of the New Day, and you've got, the greatest tag team in the history of man, the Young Bucks, all as one thing.
I feel like my answer is better.
The Young Day. Kenny. Well, yeah, you put together the two best wrestlers on the planet. Of course, your answer is better.
There at the bottom. So wait, Shane's plan is that if a SmackDown superstar to become best in the world, they'll send them to Raw. At which point they'll have the best wrestler in the world, and the second best in the world. How does that make any sense? Jonathan made the same point. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. It makes 0 sense. 0 cents.
Let's see here. Brother Rook, the positive friendo. I'm just going to dive into this question. It's kind of long, and I have no idea what it's going to say, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. WWE was set on making Becky the heel and Charlotte the face, but instead Becky is the most over person on main at the moment. I'm sure they want Charlotte versus Ronda at Survivor Series instead of Becky. Do you think that they will put the belt back on Charlotte and fear that Becky will be more over than Ronda and the chance that she'll get booed? Oh, no, they're not going to. It's like 2 weeks away.
It was probably going to happen. Charlotte's going to win the Rumble. She's going to call out Ronda, move over to Raw. That's probably what's going to happen.
And we've heard there was like a rumor of some sort that, and I forget where I heard this, that Vince loves Becky right now, that he points to her as a brass ring person.
Interesting. Interesting.
So I don't know. And I mean, given the fact that she beat Charlotte at a last man standing match in the fashion she did, they are totally fine with Becky right now.
Yep. Wayne Maker, Stone Cold Ospreay.
There you go. What? Look at me. I'm going to go up top. I'm going to do all sorts of crazy flippy flying shit.
Who wants to see a Spanish fly? Give me a hell yeah.
Who wants to see a Spanish fly off the apron, you dumb son of a bitch? Kushida, you mealy mouth son of a bitch. Oh, yeah.
Don't call me Lawler. Do you think heel Becky and Dean Ambrose need new theme music? No to Becky, yes to Dean. Dean's music's garbage anyways.
You know what they should do with Dean's music? What would it sound
Play it
like?
in reverse.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Play it in reverse.
Yeah. Make it a little more
and
atmospheric
and slow it down. I wonder what that would sound like. I might do that for post show.
There you go. That's a good idea. This will probably still get dinged for copyright.
I know. We'll see.
Don't call me a lawler again. Each pick one SmackDown superstar to lose in the finals at Crown Jewels and book their NXT TakeOver match after Shane lets them go. Well, he's already said that. Well, I guess he just said they won't be welcome back on SmackDown.
Yeah, why would he punish the guy who
How about
loses?
this? Instead of Ray going to Raw, he goes to 205 Live.
Oh, that'd be... No.
It would be great for 205 Live.
It'd be fantastic for 205 Live. I mean, we get some good matches.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's a big star, though.
Oh, I know. That guy, kayfabe reasons why WWE title isn't even main eventing SmackDown Live. Well, it was an impromptu match.
Yeah, it was. Storyline, it made sense. And I still maintain they did that.
No, that's a good reason to make sure it had all the time that it needed.
You don't want to rush the finish on that one, man. Let's see here. Jurgen Johnson & Johnson's. He says, all right, if I'm not mistaken, unification of titles used to be cool. Charlotte wins the Rumble, then she, Becky, and Ronda triple threat at Mania because she cuts a promo saying, I want to beat both of you. That's all it takes. Book it. I think you just did.
Yeah, you just did.
That's how you book things.
That's how you do it, Ryan.
You lay out how
Rugani.
they do. Oh, he says who goes over.
Oh.
Becky.
I want Becky, but probably Ronda. Ryan Rugani with the Bar as tag champs. Do you think they will have new Raw tag champs by Survivor Series? If so, who do you think it will be? My hope is a Revival. It's not going to be the Revival. Or AOP, mainly just to see the Revival and AOP on the main roster. Well, if the Bar retains the Survivor Series, we need face tag champs over on Raw. Which means Lucha House Party.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like the idea of AOP as tag
or Bob
champions,
Roode and Chad Gable.
Bob Roode and Bob Lashley.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm telling you, man.
Ship sailed on that. Bob Lashley's a heel now.
I really love the Glorious Impact, though. I think they're great.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Glorious Impact.
Yeah, why does it do that? I even skipped the line. Frustrating. Very frustrating.
Oh, man. Mr. Lipkin Unlimited. Did you already answer this one? Is there a way to book Ronda versus Becky match that leaves both women stronger or as strong as they were going in? Or is Becky going to lose clean?
Brutal match where they
I think
each get busted open and it just had to like double count out because it was so brutal.
I think they're so high on Becky right now that they're not going to have her lose clean. Could be wrong about that. They were high on AJ last year, but that was against Brock. That's kind of different.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Kind of.
And he got the best match out of Brock out of anybody in 5 years.
And nobody really booed that because it was like it kind of made sense.
Yeah.
With Becky, they're going to boo the shit out of that if she loses clean to Ronda.
I know, man.
They need to overbook that thing.
Oh, heck yeah.
Somehow. Like, put on a stellar match, but then in the end, Shayna comes out.
Something. GM Spud, what female superstar would be a better fit for a sports-focused SmackDown? Which current SmackDown women are most likely to head to Raw when the Fox deal starts? So Asuka's perfect.
Asuka's perfect.
Becky's perfect.
Yes. Charlotte's perfect.
Yes. Though she's going to Raw anyways. To fight Ronda.
I mean, somebody like Lana, depending on what they want to do with Rusev, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the best wrestler in the world.
Naomi's good for SmackDown.
I like Naomi. I think she's good.
She's super athletic.
And she's a good wrestler.
Sonya Deville stays.
Where are the Iconics right now?
They're on SmackDown.
They're on SmackDown. They're good wrestlers.
Yeah, they're good wrestlers, but they focus so much on their personalities.
Yeah, they're more a comedy thing.
Sonya Deville for sure, though.
Wouldn't that mean Ronda would have to be on SmackDown?
If their attitude is sports focused. All right, are you ready for trivia? I love these top 10s. They're so much fun.
Okay, man.
You got a tough one, man.
So do you, kind of.
All right.
Well, no, you should be good with this.
Hit me.
Maybe. First 10 opponents in the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak.
All right. Snuka, Bundy, Giant Gonzalez, then Sid.
Yes, he was in there. Yes.
After that was Kane.
Ooh, Shane the Shillelagh just became a new patron.
Kane.
Yes. You do need to go back, though.
I know. Oh, man. Who was the opponent at 8? That I don't remember. I think 7 was his first one. His first it was Snooker, right?
Yes.
And then Bundy.
No.
Oh, there's one between him and
You
Bundy.
skipped 2.
Skipped 2. Wow.
So yeah. So if 7 was the first one, which would make sense. Who did he fight at 9?
9 was Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah, it was Gonzalez. Okay. So yeah, you're right in that Snuka was 7, and that was numbered. That was the first one.
First one, yeah.
So you need to figure out who he fought at 8.
So Bundy was 10, huh? No.
Yeah.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Man, wow.
Yeah.
Who was 11? 11 was the one in Hartford. The main event was LT and Bam Bam. We didn't fight at that one, though. 12 was Diesel.
You flipped them, but yeah, Diesel and Sid were the next ones. Diesel was 11, Sid was 12.
Sid was 13.
Oh, Sid was 13.
Yeah. And then 14 was Kane.
Yeah.
15. I don't remember who he fought at 15.
Am I wrong about this? Oh, maybe I'm wrong about this.
He might have skipped one. Skipped a WrestleMania.
Did he?
I think so. Who do you wrestle at 8? Why is this escaping me? Jake Roberts.
Very good.
Then
you have 3 more.
Then it was. Who do you wrestle at 15? I've been Ministry of Darkness. I don't think he was at 16. I don't remember him wrestling there. So 17 was Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And then 18 was Flair.
Mm-hmm. You're only missing. You're missing one. You're only missing one.
An earlier one, right?
No, it's a later one, right before Triple H. It was a very silly one.
For Triple H, so it was 16. 15 or 16.
Yeah, this would have been 15. You're right, 15 or 16.
Vince?
No.
Oh. Well, that's my 10 guesses.
Big Boss Man.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Try
go.
to forget that one.
Good job.
9. All right, this is your first 10 ECW pay-per-views.
Barely Legal.
Yeah.
Hardcore Heaven.
Yeah.
November to Remember.
Mm-hmm.
Living Dangerously.
Yes.
Okay. Boy, they were around for a while, but did I get their first one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Barely Legal was the first one.
Okay. I'm sorry that I got 4. I'm very happy with that right now. I don't know how many they did. I'll throw this out there just as a guess. One Night Stand?
No.
No? Okay, so they had 10 before.
There's one that's on here twice because it's different years.
Oh.
But it's only one of them.
All right. Did I already say one of them?
No.
Okay. Let's see here. Geez, now my mind's going blank. ECW. Oh, I got 4. What are the other ones?
Heatwave.
Heatwave.
Cyber Slam 98.
That's stupid.
WrestlePalooza.
Okay.
Heatwave 98.
Oh, okay.
Hornswoggle. And Tori.
Wait, what?
I'm not sure those are legit.
Those are not ECW pay-per-views.
Don't think they are.
Hold on a second. If One Night Stand was legitimately one of them.
I don't think One Night Stand 2005 would have been one because they had other pay-per-views going away through 2000.
Well,
like the one we went to in LA is not on there.
Here we go.
Those are like the super cards.
I don't pay-per-view. Here we go. Barely Legal, Hardcore Heaven, November to Remember. Okay.
Living Dangerous, WrestlePalooza, Heatwave.
Another November to Remember.
That's weird.
ECW.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, okay. Guilty as charged.
Dangerously hard to Anarchy Rules.
Anarchy Rules.
This one we went to. This one in LA. Oh, Heatwave. Heatwave 2000. Anarchy
Massacre
Rules.
on 34th Street.
It said Hornswoggle.
So I was okay. So Guilty as Charged is one that I should have remembered. Anarchy Rules, maybe. Massacre on 34th Street, maybe.
No.
But I mean, they reuse names a bunch.
Yeah, they did. I don't know. This is kind of a.
What the? Hold on a second. They have. Okay.
Zach Stolpa, where will Shinsuke be a year from now? Probably right where he's at.
So in terms of, in terms
the
of,
Order's night doesn't even seem right on there.
Yeah, I know. Hornswoggle and Tori.
I know, that's hilarious.
Tori didn't even have a last name.
I know. Gustavo Gama says Ciampa doesn't usually wear a shirt, you know. Yeah, he does. Nice try.
Oh, look at Gus trying to be sneaky. Anyways, that's good. Anyways, that's it.
That's
for
it. Show.
Post show. Oh, on post show today it's Chat Trivia Day.
Ooh, correct.
Which means y'all get an opportunity to win a drawing from Steve here. We're gonna go super low latency.
Yeah.
So everybody has an opportunity to win
Yeah.
a drawing, not just those with good internet.
Yeah.
At the $5 a month and up Patreon mark. So if you go to patreon.com/Steven Larson right now, you'll have time to get in on that. See if you can win a drawing by yours truly. Anyways, Hilton, can you hit the music for us, please? Thank you, Hilton.
Thank you, Hilton.
That's it for show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Tell your friends. Till next time. We'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.